Welcome back to Final Girl. I'm Rick, and this is our first episode of a series I'm starting for the scenarios from the Scenarios and Lore books for the first series of the Final Girl game. Here it is. So it has scenarios that take each killer through each location, and it sets up specific scenarios. And as such, sometimes the setup, event, terror, and item cards are specified for you. Other times you set the map as normally randomized. And let's go ahead and jump into our first session. Laurie had never wanted to come to camp, much less participate in the annual nighttime treasure hunt. But her girlfriend Lucy had been very convincing. "It'll be fun, babe. Come on. Do it for me?" Laurie could never say no to Lucy. Within minutes of the starting whistle, they'd become separated, and now Laurie was lost and becoming angrier by the minute. But her anger turned to fear when the screams began. She frantically began searching for something to use as a weapon, anything, when she remembered that the new camp director was a pacifist and had gotten rid of archery, wood carving, and anything resembling a weapon. "Damn it, Lucy. What have you gotten us into?" Laurie would have to make do with her hands if she, and Lucy, were going to survive the night and whatever was out there in the dark. Alright, so Laurie has gotten separated from her girlfriend and they are on a treasure hunt. I've already done all the setup, so all we need to do still is to reveal the first event card, which is Stubborn Kids, meaning that I can only take one victim with me to another space. So, that makes it a little bit more difficult. Hopefully we can get through this and defeat Hans at his home of Camp Happy Trails. Let's go ahead and get started. So, first I'm going to go ahead and see, I get 2 dice, so I'm going to go ahead and get those out. And we are going to start with let's start with a focus, see if we can get the horror level down, possibly get another dice early on. Maybe that'll help. Okay, I did get a partial, and I am going to sacrifice the short rest and weak attack, because I don't plan on attacking this turn. So we can discard those. To turn that into a success, which means I get to reduce the horror track by 1, and I lose 1 time. And let's also go for a walk. Double success, so I get to move 2 spaces. So I could actually get really close to getting one of these victims free, but I would also be very close to Hans if that were the case. So what I think I might do, there are enough victims on the northern side of the board that I could escape with. So I might try to go up there first, because there's more victims up there. So let's do that. So I get to move 2 spaces, but I do lose a time. So that's 1 and 2. And I am here with these 2 victims at the cabins. And I think that will end my first turn. So I've got 4 time points left. I'm going to take a search card so I can search the cabins and possibly get that trash can lid to reduce some damage. And then I will also take a sprint to try to get at least one of these victims out of here before Hans attacks. Alright. time resets. And these go back in the tableau. Okay. So now it's Hans's turn. For his action currently, he targets the closest figure, whatever that may be, whoever that may be. It's equidistant between these two, but in this case, he doesn't get a move, so it doesn't matter. So then we draw the first terror card. The Horrific Hammer Rush. If there are no victims, draw the next card. Otherwise, target the closest victim, move twice, and then attack twice. So he could either go to the dock or to the utility shed. I don't think either direction would fit any of the three conditions that we talked about, so I'm just going to roll a dice, and he'll go that way. So I'm just going to use the panic numbers for which way he goes. With a 5, he's going to go up this way towards the utility shed. So 1, 2, and he's actually going to kill both of these because he gets 2 attacks. Which means the Bloodlust counter increases 2 points. These 2 victims are dead. And a horror is lost here. The horror meter increases here and increases here. So the horror meter increases twice. So this is not starting out great for me. Hopefully, though, I can get a handle on it before he kills too many people. Oh, these should have gone back after Yeah, these should have gone back. That's right. Okay. He did kill, but there's nobody in his space, so there's no panic. And there's no upkeep to be done. So, back to our action phase. Alright, so we've got a walk, a focus, a search, and a sprint. We're going to try to search first. See if we can find that trash can lid at least. 2 successes. Excellent. So that means with the search card that we get to look at the top 2 cards and pick one. And then we can either put the other one face up on the top or face down on the bottom. So there is the trash can lid that can negate damage, but there's also the first aid kit, which can recover additional health when I use a health or healing card. I think I'm going to take the trash can lid. I'm going to keep that in my hands, and I will put the first aid kit back. Face up on the top so that I can get it. Alright. Alright, so what have we got next to do? We could go ahead and try to walk. I would like to get one of these guys out. I did not roll well enough, but I could lose a health and still move 1 space at least. And I would like to try to get to that guy as well, so I am going to do that. It's early game, so I think I can afford to do that. And then I move 1 space with one of these victims. And then I'm going to try to sprint. I did get a success, so I get to move 2 spaces. So, will move them here, save them. I'll decide where to put them in a moment. And then for my other space, I will move here, hopefully being able to protect that guy. I also lose the time for that. Now I could focus, but if I fail, I lose 2 time, and then I wouldn't really be able to buy anything helpful. So I think I'm going to stop my turn there. Alright, so I've got 3 points over here. I will take my 0 cost cards. And I'm going to take a guard card in case Cons comes after me. And I'll spend my last point on a close call, which could allow me to reroll dice if I want. Oh, I've got to put this victim somewhere. Let's put him... Ooh, let's reduce our horror level back down to 4. Alright. So these discards go back in our tableau. And it is the killer's turn again. Nobody to kill here, so we draw the next tarot card. He wants fresh blood. If there are no victims on the board, discard and draw the next tarot card. He gets to move twice at 1 speed and kill once towards the closest victim, which is going to be the one that is sitting right here with Laurie. That's fine though. He's not going to attack her, so the trash can lid doesn't help much. But that's what he does. Kills it. Okay, so his bloodlust does go up another point. His bloodlust is going up awfully fast, and I don't like it. I wish there were a way to bring his bloodlust down, but I do not believe there is. Nothing else on that. There's nobody there to panic, and there's no upkeep. So, moving on. Back to my action phase. Okay, oh, and this trash can lid has 3 uses. So I'm going to go ahead and pop 3 tokens on here, and I'll just take them off as I use them. So I can reduce a damage by 1 3 times. Since I'm here and I have the card, I'm going to go ahead and try a weak attack. Two successes. Excellent. So I do 1 damage to Hans. Unfortunately, with no weapons or anything, it only does 1 damage. And then let's go ahead and attempt to focus. Oof. Let's go ahead and use a close call for that. And I will sacrifice the 2 time to roll both dice again. Okay, that's better. We got a success. So I still lose 1 more time, but the horror level goes down 1. Alright. And I suppose I should walk as well. But if I fail, I lose 2 time and won't be able to afford much for the next round. Okay. Let's give it a shot because I want to try to maybe get that victim out before Hans does anything. That's failure. So I could still move a space and lose a heart, as well as the 2-time, but I'm just going to lose the 2-time. Because I'm close to Hans and don't want to die this quickly. That would be very bad. Alright. So, that's all I'm going to do this round. So I do have 1 time where I can buy a close call. That's really all I could buy. We'll move it back up to 6. And all these discarded cards can go back over here. And it's Hans's turn. Since he is in my spot, he is going to attack me. He does 2 damage. I have a trash can lid where I can negate 1. So I'll just take 1. Because I don't know what the terror card is. If the terror card has him attacking me, it could have killed me. That's 1 use of my trash can lid. Yep. And then the terror card. It's a fire. So we roll a dice, and I'm kind of hoping for the utility shed because the cabins in the dock have people in them. A 1, the cabin. So 1 person dies. Bloodlust increases. So does the horror level. All victims in that space are killed, and discard all item cards. So, the cabins no longer has items in it. But Hans didn't get to attack again, so that's a good thing. Alright, so there's no panic, no upkeep. My turn again. I can't move. I've still got the guard. Let me go ahead and try to focus, and then I'll probably just buy stuff this round. Ugh. I'm going to use the close call. Okay, good. 2 successes. So I got my 2 time back, and the horror tracker went down 1. Perfect. Now I'm just going to buy. So ending my action phase there. With 6 action points, I'm going to buy... I'm going to take all of my zeros, my 0 cost, and I will buy... Let's see here. I'm going to buy a Retaliate for 4. Then I have 2 points left. I can buy a Sprint. All right. Hans's turn again, and he gets to attack. I am going to retaliate. So, let's see if I can reduce this damage. I don't have a close call, do I? So that's a failure, so I would take the damage. I'm going to use another use of my trash can lid. And I lose 1 more heart. I'm struggling this game a little bit. The dice are not in my favor. Alright, well, let's see if I can turn that around. We'll start with a weak attack. It's 1 success. And a partial. I want to keep that. I want to keep that. I will give up a walk and a focus to not lose another heart. So I hit him for 1 damage. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep, okay. So I've hit him twice. Alright, now I'm going to sprint. Well, I reckon. Yeah, I'm going to sprint. That's 1 success. So I lose a time and I can move 2 spaces. Let's try to get this guy out. I'm going to walk. But if I only get 1, it's just moving him closer to Hans. Hans only has 1 movement speed anyway. I'm not going to walk. Alright, so not going to walk. I am going to short rest though. See if I can gain some health back. Come on, please. Alright, I gain a health. Power goes up. I lose a time and my action phase ends. Alright. So, I still have 4 time. Take my 0 back. I will take a sprint. And a guard. Yep, sprint and guard. Okay. So, killer's turn again. There's nobody for him to kill there, so we draw a terror card. He just came out of nowhere. Place Hans with the furthest target possible. The furthest target possible is going to be the fire pit, which is not good for me. The horror level goes up 1, and I draw the next terror card. Let's go see if the rumors are true. Place 2 new victims where the killer started the game, which would be here. The horror level goes up 1, and we have another event, which is the girlfriend. The closest victim becomes Lucy, the girlfriend. While she's in my space, I get to roll an extra dice. And if she dies in the same space as me, then horror goes up by 5. Which would basically be a death sentence. If it's not already. Okay. So that's the end of the killer's turn. He did not kill anyone this round, so we don't have to panic. And there's no upkeep. So back to me. So I've got some guard cards here so that I can protect myself if the killer comes after me. I need to save at least 5 more victims. I could probably come around here and save some, but first, let's attempt to focus. I can now roll 3 dice because the girlfriend is with me at the moment. Alright, that's 1 success. And a partial. I don't have anything I'm willing to give up, so we'll just stick with the 1 success. To reduce horror and lose the time. Let's sprint. Wow. Okay. That's not even an option. So, either way, I lose a health and 2 time. So, if I move, though, it ends my turn. Let's do it. Okay. And let's go for a walk again. Of course. It's a failure. Just losing the 2 time. Yeah, I can't afford to lose another health. So, I've only got 1 point left, so I'm going to grab a close call card. And then these can all go back in after I grab my zeros. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So I'm not at my 10 yet. Alright, killer's turn. So this guy dies. And dark power is revealed. Dark obsession. Whenever Hans attacks you at least once, he attacks an additional time. This game has really not gone my way, and this doesn't help at all. So, oh, gotta draw a tarot card before we move on. Unholy Speed. So, the minor dark powers, which are part of the tarot deck, they add additional health. That health is removed first if I attack them. And if I get that health gone, then the power goes away as well. But this particular power gives him an extra space of movement for every move action he gets. But he doesn't get to move this round. So that's something at least. So, there's nobody in his space, so no panic. And there's no upkeep. Let's try to lower the horror level again. And possibly get us some more time. Yes, 2 successes. So horror level lowers and we gain 2 additional time. Now we can short rest. Hoping for 2 successes again, but I'd settle for 1. 1. So I lose the time, and I get to gain 2 health back. Alright. And let's try to walk. One success. So, lose a time, puts me back down to 6, but I still get to move 1 space. Right now I'm taking the girlfriend with me, but I'll have to leave her at some point because I can only have 1 victim with me because of the stubborn kids card. Okay. That's all I'm going to do this round. So I've got 6. I do kind of want to go after Hans. But I also need to get my horror level down. So I'm going to take a distraction, which is 3 points. I've got 3 points left. So I'll also take an improvise. Which is 3 points. That will be all I can take, and except for my 0 levels, or 0 cost. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards. Alright, Hans's turn. Nobody to kill, so we draw a terror card. He just keeps coming, so he's going to attack the closest victim or Final Girl. Closest is a victim. He gets a move action, which is 2 spaces, and he gets an attack. So he moves, he kills, Bloodlust goes up again, and Horror goes up 1. Alright. That's his turn. No panicking. I have to save all of the victims on the board to unlock my ultimate power. And I don't know that I will be able to do that. But we're going to give it a go. Because we don't quit. Okay. So let's start with a distraction. Maybe I can reduce the horror level enough to do something. 2 stars. So it goes down 2 and I gain 2 time. Now I'm going to attempt to move. If I can get 2 stars again, I can at least save 1 person. And if I can save 1 person, I can get additional time, which means I can buy more cards. Only, let's see. You know what? Let's do the close call. I'll sacrifice the 2 points, 2 time points, to reroll all the dice. Got 1 that time. I won't be attacking, so I could get rid of weak attack and 1 of my guards, since I do have 2 of them. So that means I can move 2 spaces. I'm going to leave the girlfriend here for the moment, move 2 spaces, and save another victim. And with that victim, I'm going to gain 2 time. Okay. And let's attempt to focus. I did get 1 success. So focus does go down 1 and I lose 1 time. That's okay though. I can deal with that. Alright, so I've got 7 time points to spend. So let's see. I could get critical blow. But then I would only have 1 additional left. I'll take my 0s. I'll take critical blow and close call, because he's going to be coming over this way and I want to be able to attack him. Alright. Alright, so let's see, these go back. And distraction goes there. Okay. So now it's his turn. He doesn't have anybody to kill. We draw a tarot card. Taking souvenirs. If there are no victims on the board, discard and draw the next tarot card. There are victims on the board. Hush. Otherwise, target the closest victim, move twice, and kill twice. So his movement is 2, so he doesn't need to move twice, because, well, actually his movement's 3. Kills this guy, which means I can no longer unlock my final power. His bloodlust goes up again, which means horror level goes up again. And his bloodlust actually went up twice, because he killed again. Alright. There's nobody to panic, and there's no upkeep. So it's my turn again. I get 2 dice. I'm going to attempt to improvise. Wait, do I want to try to walk first? Yes, I do. I'm going to try to walk first. Okay, 1 star. So I can move 1 space. I'm going to move into his space. I still lose a time for that. Then I'm going to try to improvise. I failed, so the horror level goes up and I lose a time. The dice are not with me tonight. Let's go ahead and go for the critical blow. Okay, I did get 1 success. I'm going to use the close call to re-roll this and hopefully get another success, which I did not. I'm going to drop focus and short rest to turn it into a success, though, so that I can deal 3 damage to him. It's my best option. Alright. Oh, wait. Two of those would have been against this dark power, which gets rid of that card as well. Alright. Now, I've only got 4 time left. So I'm going to take a retaliate. So that at least when he attacks me, I can hopefully dodge it or something. He does get 2 attacks, and I've got a guard and a retaliate. So hopefully that will work in my favor somewhat. We'll see. Okay. Alright, so these go back. Oh, wait. These come back to my hand. And then these go back. Improvise and walk. Oh, walk's there. Okay. So now, that's the end of my action phase. It's the planning phase, and it's his turn. So, he attacks me twice. His attack power is now 4, which 1 hit would kill me. So I'm going to start with a retaliate. Okay, I got one success and a partial. It's not going to do much. I can reduce it by 2, which means I would only take 2 damage. Or I could turn that into a success and negate all the damage, and then guard on my next attack. Let's go ahead and reduce it. Or not reduce it, but eliminate it. So I'll take no damage. Then his second attack would also do 4. I'll guard. It is also reduced by 2. So I'll only take 2 of it. And then we draw a terror card. He wants fresh blood. If there are no victims, okay, so he's going to move and kill. Move and kill. Bloodlust goes up once more. And horror goes up once. Alright, so now it's my turn. All I've got is a weak attack, so I can't do anything because I can't even move. So I get to spend all of my 6 time buying stuff. I'm going to buy a guard, of course. And I'm going to buy a... I can't buy the long rest, it costs too much. I'll buy a sprint. And I'll buy another sprint. I'll just buy 2 sprints. And then, of course, my zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 7 cards. So we're still good there. These go back. Alright. Killer's turn. There's nobody to kill. Terror card. So, targeting the closest person, move and attack. And then targeting the closest person, move and attack. So, he's at the top of his terror board, or his bloodlust board, which means he recovers a heart and we discard the next terror card. There are no more terror cards, but he does recover a heart. So all I've got now is I've got to kill him. There's no more victims to save. I can't unlock my power. So all that's left is for me to try to kill him. There's no one to panic, and there's no upkeep. Except that we discarded the last terror card, so there is upkeep. So his finale is unlocked. Which means he gets to move twice and attack twice. Which means he gets 3 attacks against me. So my best defense right now is getting as far away from him as possible. His movement speed is 3, so he can move 6 spaces. So let's start with a sprint. Double success, I can move 3 spaces. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and we will do another sprint. A single success, I can move 2 spaces. Let's see. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. That would be 7. Or Nope, it would only be 5 that direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He could get me there. Trying to see if there's anywhere I could go that he wouldn't be able to get me. I don't think there is. I think no matter where I go, he can get me. He can get to me. Which is not good. So I will just go to there, I think. That's as far away from him as I can get, but he can still get to me in a single turn. Okay. I'm going to focus. 1 success. Alright. And I'm going to short rest. Recover some health, maybe. Yeah. I recover 1 health. Alright. So, that's the end of my action phase. I've got 3 points. I'll take distraction, see if I can get the horror level down to where I can roll 3 dice. And, of course, take my 0 levels back. These get put back in. Here. Okay. Killer's turn. Target, and move twice. His movement speed is 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. And then he attacks twice, but he's attacking me, so he attacks 3 times. The first one I'll guard. And fail. So I can reduce the damage still by 1. So that leaves the damage at 4. And this reveals my final health token, which is blank. So the game is lost. There's still a little bit of time on the Kickstarter for Series 3 if you want to get in on that. Thanks for watching, and hope you'll come back and watch next time.